Hi, my name's David Stanley, and welcome to The Walking Dead. For my English class, 425A, me and 3 other students were engaged by our professor Dr. Green to work on a digital media group project. This class's theme is the horror and macabre elements in both literature and video games. So, in order to engage in an interesting group project, we had to pick one of the various texts or games that we worked with throughout the semester and do something interesting on it. We chose the Telltale Walking Dead. Because of the episodic nature of the game, it made it easy to be able to gather the group up and play a set amount of content which could be easily dissected into smaller pieces. The group opted to engage in these pieces Let's Play style, gathering at my apartment, sitting on my couch, and playing the game while recording both of our voice, our faces, and the gameplay, which were combined in editing later. In order to provide an analytical touch and actually tie together the various elements of the gameplay, each of the 4 students, myself and my co-conspirators Haley, Max, and Liz, provided a short piece of analysis which will be attached to the episodes. In most cases, i.e. the first 3, this analysis will be attached to the beginning of the episode because it's relatively short in nature. Since our plans sort of didn't survive contact with the enemy, as Sun Tzu said, Liz gave us a longer piece of analysis which will be on the tail end of the last episode. This last chunk is considered a culminating piece of analysis, and, since Liz, due to time constraints, was unable to play an episode, furthers her contribution to the whole. The basic structure of the episodes will be the introduction, the analysis, and then the gameplay followed by credits. Since in the first episode, I'll be providing a short introduction, i.e. this, to explain how the format works and where you can expect to find all the pieces, my analysis will be to follow. So, join us, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages, as we slog through The Walking Dead, Season 1, Episode 3, and Episode 4. Thank you. So, let's talk about The Walking Dead as a game, and where it is good and where it is not so much. So, good things. The game's narrative is as grimdark as any post-apocalyptic zombie story I have ever interacted with. And in that capacity, I feel like it does at least do a few things pretty well. The emotional resonance that you get when Katja decides to kill herself, being the character who was pleading with Kenny to see reason about their son's condition, and then being the one to take the drastic action of suicide, is an interesting inversion and a pretty emotionally resonant moment. Having the option to have Lee pull the trigger to murder a child, even if the noble goal is to prevent him from turning into a zombie, is a pretty serious and heavy subject matter to deal with, and I think the game handled that with due diligence and appropriate weight. I also feel like the Clementine and Lee dynamic works especially well in this episode, since they get to spend a considerable amount of the last third of the game on the train, talking to one another, dealing with the events that have come up to this play. I also feel like the Lee and Clementine dynamic works even better in this episode than it has previously. They get to spend most of the last third of the episode together, talking, engaging, discussing, and dissecting the various things that have happened up to this point. Coming to terms with Duck's death, helping Lee understand a little bit more about Clementine's search for her parents, and help Clementine understand a little bit more about who Lee was. Both of them develop in interesting ways, and I think their dynamism ends up being one of the most interesting and compelling aspects of the story, hence why it is in central frame. The next episode has an unfortunate tendency to focus too heavily on Clementine as either plot device or methodology of moving the story forward, and so this episode has a nice balance between her being useless, like in episode 1, having just been introduced to the characters and the situation, and the next episode, where she's a plot device. Episode 3 can have a nice balance, where she can exist in the world, comfortable with its setting, but not be the sole factor moving the plot forward at certain points. This allows their dynamic to be very interesting to watch, and even more interesting to develop along the routes that you, the player, get to choose. Now, to discuss the things that do not work with The Walking Dead. As a video game, I do not think The Walking Dead works particularly well. Its fixed camera angles, clunky controls, difficult navigation, obscure objectives, and generally limited choice dynamic make the game a poor example of an interactive fiction, of an interactive video game. As a device to drive narrative, the game services well enough. However, I find the narrative that it delivers to be cliché, tedious, and generally terribly overdone. With constant backstabs, betrayals, and infighting, the entire situation the survivors find themselves in plays out like some kind of comedic parody, rather than as a situation in which they actually find themselves attempting to survive in the zombie apocalypse. Said apocalypse does not care who is to blame for petty squabbles, does not care who is responsible for one action or another, and demands a more utilitarian attitude. Not one of the characters seem to notice or be able to rise to this occasion. I find their infighting to be detestable, irritating, and overall very poor writing. Especially the character of Lily. Lily and her father Larry in previous episodes have been nothing but hostile, racist, and difficult toward Lee since the beginning, and yet they, specifically Lily, are given a position of power within the structure of the survivors' encampment at the Motor Inn. So, why exactly? If Lily doesn't like Kenny, and if Lily doesn't like Lee, why are Kenny, Lee, and Katja going to give Lily a position of control over their supplies? The game never gives us an indication that she has some kind of special talent or a reason why she'd be better at it than others. They simply need to assign everyone a position. And because of the variable nature of the game's decision-making process, if you like Lily, putting her in this position makes sense. If you do not, the game does not figure out how to put her out of that position to reflect the change in appearance and attitude that you have toward her. This is bad decision-making and overall not particularly good gameplay. Every objective in the game is divided into 3 pretty simple subcategories. Subcategory 1, search for thing you need. Problem presents itself, one solution exists. Search every cabinet, locker, or random crevice until you find the one solution that exists for your problem. This is a waste of time and simply pads out gameplay, since all world building within the world is basically pointless, since it's a post-apocalypse that comes on the heels of a contemporary setting of about 2012 or so, which means that everyone playing it nowadays understands how the world works, and the world building is inherently pointless. Subcategory 2, the basic puzzle. Figure out the order in which you need to do something, execute. This could have been done more times throughout the course of the game, as I think it is the most effective puzzle type that the game has. However, many times, the intricate intermediate steps are simply variations on the first subcategory of challenge that the game throws at you. In this case, I think that actually ends up sort of functioning, not dissimilar to the classic point-and-click adventure games of the LucasArts era back in the 1980s and 90s. Subcategory 3 is by far the least entertaining, and they are the action challenges. Anytime you engage in combat with zombies, have to escape, have to do any action fairly quickly, they give you limited time to quick time events, which you must accurately reproduce or fail. Now, these are either so unchallenging as to be pointless and a waste of the effort to do them, or so challenging as to be difficult to do and extremely frustrating. A middle ground is not found. And frankly, throughout the tenets of game design, one of the reasons QuickTime events have generally fallen out of favor is because of this dynamic of too easy or too hard. It's difficult to find QuickTime events that are actually satisfying from a gameplay perspective. The player does not often derive any value from them. And The Walking Dead is no different in this regard. The shooting is clunky, the targeting is clunky, having to change which icon you're using in order to view or select something during a QuickTime event is exceedingly frustrating because clicking the wrong thing on an oversensitive or undersensitive scroll wheel can then lock you into an animation that you will be unable to get out of for several seconds. This led to many a death during the course of our overall gameplay. So, where does that leave us ultimately? That leaves us with a game that isn't very much fun to play in its nitpicky collection, is limitedly entertaining to play in its puzzle solving, but which are always too short or too sparsely used, and is definitively unfun to use in its action sequences, tied to a story full of unlikable characters who do not manage to progress, change or be particularly dynamic, and whose engagement with one another is constant bickering and infighting, which in a zombie apocalypse feels about as stupid and pointless to me as anything I can think of. So, do I like this game? I think the definitive answer to that is no. I don't like the narrative, and I have found that I don't tend to like many narratives that deal with this particular setting. The only characters I finally do care about are Lee and Clementine, and I suppose that might be by effect. Their story is an interesting one, at least because we get to see the dynamic that grows between two survivors of different socioeconomic, racial, and probably political background, who come together by the circumstance of the zombie apocalypse and are forced to make a new situation work. That is the kind of story that more zombie apocalypse tales should tell. Ones of unity, of hope, of coming together and facing down the inscrutable odds of the end of the world in a way that doesn't involve shooting people in the face. I just want to establish straight up, I hated this. I hated the first episode. I did not care for the second episode. And I do not expect I'm going to care for the third episode. You've all made a terrible mistake by putting me in charge for the first bit of this. Because I'm going to make the most horrible decisions I can to try and get everyone killed.
That's okay, it won't matter in the end.
It'll make it work.
They probably won't. They're all going to die. I have the volume of the actual game turned down somewhat.
Looks like this is our lucky day.
To allow the microphone to not pick up too much of it.
Yeah, maybe. They tend to take us by surprise.
Yeah, well, the less I see, the happier I am.
Big savings. Ooh, Tim's tools. Or Tim's tool. Thank you, Tim.
Way to be Tim.
He has a nice tool. And more.
Lee, where do you come down on staying or going?
You mean packing up the motel and getting in the RV?
Yeah, we've been
Set up a
talking about
motel
it,
in an
but
RV?
you made up your mind yet?
We should go. Motel's run its course, and it's not safe.
No, it's not.
Damn right it has. We pile into the RV and don't pull over till we see water. And if Lily's dead set on staying, then, well, that's the way it goes.
I feel bad. We killed Larry. I don't really want to... Larry's a dick.
Don't get soft on us.
I'm not going to get soft on you. I will kill anyone.
Over the rig, into the pharmacy, and scrape together whatever supplies are left.
We're letting the guy who just got shot do all the physical
You okay?
stuff. Like,
The ladder's come loose. I'm not sure how many more trips she's got
on
in
a
her.
ladder.
I'm not sure how many more trips we've got in us.
No kidding.
thank you, Lee. That was helpful and productive. All right, here we go.
There's
We're
no
gonna
safe
look
way
at
through
debris.
that mess.
Wow, riveting gameplay.
Good thing we're very active here.
Truly riveting.
They're just leaning against the truck.
Wow, that insightful dialogue. That.
You'd think there'd be like wood planks and a truck around. Oh no.
That's like this game in a nutshell.
Wood planks and a truck. Wood planks and and a truck. Completely flat. There's no winch.
Hey, they recorded different bits for it.
Blocked by all the fallen concrete.
I am at the edge of the world. All right, I'll try to. It's taking me longer than it has to.
What? What? I can't believe they did that.
Multiple hmms.
That's like a joke.
Maybe they ran out of funding to pay
wait.
the actor.
Push the truck.
Yeah, there's although the obvious path of get up on the tire's flat. I can't push it. But there's that board that looks like if you played any other like platforming game, like that would be the obvious way up.
Did you try going all the way to the right?
No, I suppose I did.
Oh well, actually,
is a
there was
winch.
also a hand on the front of the
Yeah,
front of the car.
Oh, on the winch?
yeah, when you're closer to it, yeah, there you go.
Ah! See, I'm bad at these games on my own.
Lily's not doing so good, huh?
Well, we killed her dad.
We did kill her dad.
Thank you, Kenny.
He's a wonderful parrot.
Riveting.
Too bad he can't fly.
Storytelling to the maximum. Should play the completely silent version of Lee.
Never say anything.
Never speak.
It'll make just as much difference.
Duck was asking about that guy at Herschel's farm last night.
Really? I wasn't sure it fazed him.
Of course it did.
He'll get over it.
So where's the option for your kid ran him over?
He'll get over it. Herschel's son is one of how many now? We've all seen a lot worse.
He's a tough kid, you know. Like I said, not much phases him, but it's starting to add up. Farm,
He
dairy,
did eat people
The
a
world.
while ago.
the coast. Get him out of all this madness.
It was Soylent. It's okay.
Pull him down.
Sure you're up for
Soylent
this.
Greens
Lee, I'm
are
fine.
in
I've
the
got this.
kitchen.
Give me your hand.
And the people.
Shit!
Great job, Kenny.
Dumbass.
I'm sorry.
I'm fine. Forget it. Let's just...
Are you okay?
Fuck. I gotta shoot her. Put her out
She
of this
got out
misery.
of there.
know we're here.
What do you mean?
I mean, we leave her alive, and she draws them all to her, buying us time. Think about it. We're always worrying about the ones we can't see. She stays alive and brings them all out of their holes.
Holy. I didn't know this was a shooter. We actually get to kill people.
Shoot her in the leg.
Yeah, so she can stop running away.
Let her
I
be,
guarantee
Just
you,
stay there and get.
if I
damn it.
leave
let her
her,
be food.
she's going to come running over to me at some point.
I feel like, how did she not see them yet?
Yeah, I don't know.
She's not even
She'll
big,
keep
so.
busy.
I'm fine with
I
that. We
would
don't
feel
need it.
worse about it if she wasn't so annoying.
Yeah, seriously, she's so screeny.
It's like they're zombies, lady. You need to be quiet. Okay.
Yeah, it's almost like she is calm and collected and not panicking.
Totally.
I know.
That's never happened. Never once.
Well, she has every reason to be.
Yeah, fair enough.
It should be good to clear this place out, but we ain't got all day.
Almost funny
Get
how
everything you
much she's
can out of these
screaming.
racks.
Ah!
Don't forget underneath the
Really?
counter this time.
Right now?
I'll clear down here and then we gotta go.
I think that's everything.
Yeah, that's a
Girl
zombie,
didn't die
alright.
for nothing then. Up and over.
Well, is she dead
Still
yet? She
clear.
might just be taking a break.
Kenny, help!
Kill more!
Get them off of me, Kenny! I bet you that's one of those situations where if you didn't help Kenny, he wouldn't help you out.
So you just die.
Yeah.
It's that wonderful trope. You can't kill it if it has a helmet.
Yeah, zombies with helmets. I've played Plants vs. Zombies. They wear cones on their heads.
I know what's up.
Or buckets.
How about here?
I'm back.
Ben found some stickers in a drawer, and I put them on my walkie.
Hey, Sweet Pea. That's neat.
Fascinating.
I'll find you in a minute.
That's neat. I want to be dead. Please kill me. If I have to listen to one more minute of your inane drivel, I'll kill myself.
Might as well leave a sign out that says the men are gone. Come and rape our women and children.
Way to be sensitive, dude.
That?
You notice how he
So,
keeps the
what did you get?
children in the rape comment?
Yeah, that got real.
I'm sorry. Somebody needs to make executive decisions for the
Stop
group.
this
Stop
shit.
this shit.
I don't think you're capable anymore.
And don't start with me.
Alright.
Everything can't come down to the same disagreement.
Now everybody get out!
Apple doesn't not far from that tree.
I feel like we should
True.
just kill her.
I murdered her
Female.
dad, so...
Well, he deserved it.
He was a dick.
Silence. I am the silent protagonist.
She's right
Just
about one
be
thing.
utterly
None of
silent.
this is
The
getting
whole
any
time?
easier.
Just be like,
Everyone can start making comments like, you don't say much, do you?
do they?
And
I
then
wish.
Coming to a head.
You could say that.
He'll always say things even if I
Well, I think
always
you
make
did
the
good
silence
today.
choice.
And I find myself thinking that most days. And I'd like to talk when you've got a minute.
You know what I
Bet
mean?
that.
You want to go into the RV for a quick powwow?
Talk.
Yeah.
By talk.
Ooh, did you see that look?
Oh yeah, and that ass going up the stairs. What can I do now? Let's
very little.
Apparently.
As always.
Yeah, as usual.
Yes, that
Let's
was
go
enough.
talk to Lily some more.
Frustrated me about
That's
this game.
great idea.
I'm always full of those. I killed your daddy. Just want you to know that.
Did you come in here to give me hell or to coddle me?
Yes.
Silence.
Jesus, Doc.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Silence.
Silence.
That's
I
awesome.
live in the shadows.
I swear this child is mentally challenged.
Yeah, I wondered that since I started
Wow, look
playing.
at his parents.
Yeah, it's true.
One of them
Fair
barely
enough.
speaks English. and
Florida
the other
man.
one's Redneck.
Stick him on a
NASCAR fan.
stick him on a tractor again. He'll take care of the zombie problem.
Right?
Oh, god damn it.
He's just always blaming me for stuff.
He's kind of
Like what?
slow.
Putting a bug on his pillow?
Did you do that?
Yes.
What's that you working
I
on?
love Clementine.
It's called a leaf rubbing. My teacher, Miss Moore, showed us how to do them when we went to the botanical garden once. See? It's the same. Kind of.
Oh, that's really something.
I'll make one for you, too.
I don't want your shit.
We never speak except when we have detailed and specific conversations.
That kind of conversation reminds me a lot of The Road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we going? I don't know. Somewhere.
Talk to Lily.
Anywhere.
Do you like it here?
else.
No.
She
Cold?
thinks supplies have been walking away.
Really?
There's some broken equipment, too. I'll look into it.
You want to talk now?
What I wanted to say was, I've been thinking a lot about you.
Told you. She wants the D.
Ew. I think about
Yes,
you.
Damn
I think about it
straight.
too.
Think about you, too.
Pornographic. Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I like where this is going.
Our group is small.
You're small.
What?
What?
Lee, you are not smooth.
You're a convicted killer. You don't have to tell everyone, but think about who you trust and take the opportunity while you have it.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Silence.
God, I hate it when you do that. Don't you hear what I'm saying?
I'm
Larry's
contemplative.
gone, but he knew. I'll tell you what I would tell anybody, apocalypse or not. There comes a time when you can get out ahead of something like this and discuss it on your terms. Do it before that
Game
chance is
mechanics
taken
in
away.
dialogue.
Oh, we gotta talk.
This
now?
game plays with my feelings a lot because a lot of the characters I'm like, oh, that's a good character. And then I remember with her, wait, she doesn't know how to use batteries.
Yeah, did that? Oh my god.
I hated that so much.
to work. It's
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Well, there's no battery.
The radio doesn't have the
Put the batteries
Yeah,
in.
the first
It's
thing I
not
did was
working.
flipped it over and opened the batteries part. I was like, yeah.
He's like, oh, it's out of batteries. She's like, oh, I'm not good at
Do
that
you
sort
know
of thing.
anything about this flashlight?
I only work
It's
in
broken.
radio.
I know it's broken.
And the batteries might be in backwards.
Yeah, I don't get
What is
it.
with her and batteries?
Who
It
knows
uses
handguns
just
and
one.
how to shoot
Everything
people,
should.
but not how to work.
What was the question?
Tell me what happened when you were locked in the fridge at the dairy.
Shit, that. Oh, no.
I held Lily back, and Kenny made sure Larry didn't get up.
What did he do?
He dropped it like it
Smashed
was
his
hot.
head in.
He dropped it like it was hot.
Oh, in this case, because we were in the freezer, he dropped it like it was cold.
They have the RV.
Carly knows. Both Kenny and Katja know.
Clementine.
Clementine knows.
Yeah, well,
Lily's.
Duck doesn't need to know, and Lily either does or isn't going to bring it up, and then it's not going to be a problem.
Or if she does, we just kill her because everyone else hates her too.
She's gonna be gone eventually anyway, so.
Right, so...
And probably
Sounds like
pretty
Kenny actually
quickly.
has that thing running. I'll believe it when I see it. There's some broken glass on the ground there.
Wow.
Nice job, Sherlock.
You,
Well done, sir.
as Mr. Worf once said, very astute.
It's funny.
That is funny. I'm damn funny here. So where the hell is Duck?
Well, he wears a Letterman jacket. I mean,
Oh,
you would
Ducky
expect.
boy. Where the hell did you go?
Look at the RV.
Oh, Ducky boy. Skating. Okay.
That's a useful.
Oh, I can pick up the broken glass. Great. That.
Oh no.
Yep, that's
I'm
the
gonna put
flashlight
this
gas,
back
alright.
together.
Did
One
we learn
bit
that
at a
you're not
time.
supposed to do that with your bare hands?
X. Does X mark the spot?
There's something drawn there.
Wow. It's chalk.
It's piss.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I touched the piss.
There he is.
Doc!
A clue.
My pink chalk is gone. What do you want, Duck?
I found something.
What is it?
I found this piece of pink chalk and a scuff of it over by the gate.
Really?
Totally. I was combing the scene for clues
Yeah,
and...
Duck, I got it. Good job.
Snowed.
Is he raising his hand?
High five.
High five.
Cool.
Duck thinks you are incredibly awesome.
That's cute. Now he's doing like the...
Duck, I
Have
have
you
something
found
to tell
anything
you.
else?
Just
I'm
the
sorry,
chalk.
child.
I also found some bugs underneath the stairs. Don't tell Clementine.
You stay here this time. Seriously.
Seriously, if you move, I'll kill you. Skating on the sidewalk. Don't.
There's a grate down there.
Wow.
Oh my god.
What a
Your
great
powers.
great.
Your powers of observation.
I
are
found the dead drop.
astounding.
These are the drugs. Clementine's drugs. I'm gonna look at the bag.
It's a bag or something.
Oh, God, why do I even do that?
What the hell?
You don't fucking steal from us!
Who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that?
You assholes better get out of here.
You people think this is a fucking joke?
Okay.
Alright then!
What?
That worked well. Oh, shut up, Cortana.
You made the biggest mistake of your life!
The biggest mistake in your lives.
That draw
Enough of
was
this
glorious.
bullshit! Drew, stop putting your
Biggest
boots in these
mistake.
doors!
Wow.
Yeah! Well, I suppose we ought to hash out some terms then.
I guess we hadn't thought of anything.
Shut up, or I'll...
Ever.
Christ! Oh, shit!
Jesus Christ!
Shoot him in the ass.
Oh!
Oh shit, there's one more.
This is a first-person shooter now.
Holy, oh wow.
He's back there!
Didn't expect that.
Well done.
That's actually a nice change.
Now! Get over here! Hurry!
I missed that guy.
Clementine.
Get inside!
Alright.
Hi there, me!
This is fun.
Gotcha! Hang on!
Yeah, those aviators, man. It's good like that.
Get inside the RV! It's gonna be okay! Go!
No, no!
Oh, Christ!
Oh, I didn't even realize that you didn't even have to be accurate. I thought there was just the crosshairs that I didn't even
Lily,
see.
last chance! Get down here!
So it's not even a hard first-person shooter.
No, it's not. And if at one point I pulled the crosshairs down far enough and shot that guy in the chest.
In before the lock.
Get in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Jesus,
ran in
are
as
you
it was
okay?
moving.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh, shit, oh, shit, oh, shit.
Their kid looks fucked up.
I'm sorry.
Everything's fine, Ben.
Everything's
Duck?
not
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
We need to figure out how
He always
this
looks fucked
happened.
up, though.
We just lost
He's all like-
everything.
Well, we're lucky as shit to have this RV.
And nobody died.
Cat's head is split open.
I'm fine. Somebody in here caused this.
Settle down back there. The bandits have had our number for weeks.
This is different. Somebody was working with them. Whoever it was slipping them our meds. They didn't get their last package, so they attacked.
Calm down back there. That's nuts.
Lee found a bag of supplies hidden outside the wall.
It's true.
So, Carly, is there something you want to say? Please. We have to get it out of you then. Back off. You're in no position to make demands. Whoa. You're just pointing fingers. I didn't just come up with this. I've had my suspicions.
Why her? This seems like a stab in the dark, Lily.
She's always so eager to see what supplies we found. She never talks about her family. She could be related to those bastards for all we know.
My
Oh,
family's
that's good
not
reasoning.
a bunch of meth-riddled forest people. They're fucking Lutheran.
I don't know. She didn't
Those
know
aren't
he used
mutually
batteries.
exclusive.
It wasn't
Really?
me.
Like, look, maybe we should vote or something like that.
Vote?
I bet.
What?
Just look. Carly's a
Stop
stand-up
waving your
gal,
finger
and
around.
maybe this was all just a
Lily, stop waving the finger at everybody. We know something's going on, and we can get to the bottom of it if we keep our
I
heads.
know what we found.
I know.
You don't know shit.
I know.
I like the Carly point. She did just
Nobody
leave.
was stealing
Tell
anything.
Was it both of
He
you?
was a killer.
What?
I've seen you two together.
found out about
Was
supplies.
it both of you?
Look, just let me out. I didn't do it, but I don't like this. I don't like where it's headed.
Look
Let the
me in
Disney
the
prince
eyes and
leave.
tell me you didn't have anything to do with it.
Lily, lay off of him.
Shit!
What's going on up there?
I hit something. We gotta stop.
No, you don't.
All right,
Great
well,
job,
we
Kenny.
can
Taking
deal
a
with
dog
this
one
now,
on the
then.
road.
Kenny, is it safe?
Should be. Now, what the fuck's the problem?
Oh! That wasn't very bright.
Drop it.
Basically just killed one of your best shooters, dumbass.
What the actual fuck?
Kenny, what's
I
happening?
love how
duck
it
away
literally
from the
said
windows.
Carly will
Jesus
remember
Christ.
that for the last 3 seconds
Get
of her
in.
life.
We're leaving this crazy bitch.
She couldn't be trusted.
We're
Lee.
not coming
I
with you.
swear. Please.
You're not coming with us.
Don't bring her with
Fuck
you.
her.
She's crazy.
What are we gonna do with her?
You're not coming with us.
I'll die out here.
Well,
Yeah, fuck you.
Here.
You're a murderer, Lily. We can't have you with us.
I'm a murderer. You've had Lee with you this whole time.
I don't care what he did before.
You know?
Yeah, he told me. I don't give a shit. If we keep you with us, how long until you get me?
He's not wrong.
I was trying to protect all of us.
By being crazy.
I don't have anything left.
We know.
Get in, Lee. Let's go, you guys.
But
Yeah.
fuck her. In this case, she got what she deserved.
There's a walker
Sucks that Carly had to
around
die for it.
Really does.
Lee, a word, please.
Man, Carly is the best alt character.
It's like, gotcha. She's gonna confess.
Actually, yeah, you never
What's
asked
up?
her. You only asked
Yeah,
him.
that's a good point.
Is Duck feeling all right?
I think
He was
bit.
bit.
He's dead.
Ugh.
What the fuck?
Anyway, if you could tell Clementine, we would appreciate it.
Oh man.
Eh. He's a kid, I don't
Yeah,
care.
sucks for her though.
Yeah, you're notorious, love of children.
I hate kids. They're awful.
They need to shoot him
I'm
in the
right
head,
there
though,
with
before
you.
he turns and
Right
starts
there.
biting them all.
No
Duck
parent
is
could
big.
shoot their own child.
Huh?
I miss my parents.
Me too.
I know.
That's
Mom
very
hated
road.
Tuba.
Yeah.
Really?
She was a really small lady. It was strange.
This one
That I
time.
can't stop thinking about that line with Carly.
Funny.
This
that
one
Philip
time at
took
band
me
camp,
for
my
fun.
mom used a tuba on herself. Oh, wait.
And I
A
said,
tuba?
She thought it'd be funny.
Hey, I ain't sure what she's into. I ain't gonna kink shame.
Face.
She wants some tuba action, then I don't know how that works
Just about
biologically,
what you'd
but
expect.
it's alright.
Very carefully.
Yeah, no, everything works.
Lots of lubrication.
Yes, exactly it. Yeah.
Somebody needs to shoot Duck, though, seriously.
I'll kill him with an axe.
Hey Kenny, you got another block of salt?
Wham!
Even though it's totally unnecessary.
No, she doesn't die until later, I think.
What?
I don't think she dies, does she? We don't know.
Don't
tell us if you do.
I don't know anything for sure, but I have a strong suspicion that she
Does that
dies.
mean?
Now we gotta
Given
deal
that that's the
with this.
central
It's a
point
strong
of the game,
suspicion.
given that that's kind of the point of the game is between him and her and trying to balance her interest versus the group.
Right, it'll probably be at the end.
I doubt that she will, actually. I think that if anything, Lee will die and she'll survive.
Maybe.
Maybe you can
It seems
choose
to
it.
be one of those. That would be interesting.
And then play the rest of
That
the game
would
as
be
a
interesting.
little girl and play Among the Sleep again.
Is there any way to get around it?
Zombie.
It's a door.
Doors closed.
It's a closed door. Man, you're not being obvious enough.
I know, I'm not being literal enough. Well, it's alright, it's alright. See, his name is Duck, but he doesn't have much of a dynasty, because he's gonna die.
Get out.
Just leave. Leave your own home. Get the fuck out. No one wants you here.
Something inside.
Zombie. Yeah, seriously.
But of course, in this game, whenever you have any sort of thing like that, it's like the one button that just says advanced plot forward.
Advanced plot forward. Waiting for the zombie to come out of one of these, or for anything at all interesting to happen.
Suppose we gotta look him over.
Yeah.
Gross.
Flump. When a man loves a corpse.
I don't think this guy came back.
Christ.
I'll be damned. How the hell do we get it moving?
Like, I don't
Shit,
think that's
this
gonna
is it.
happen.
Instructions on starting the engine.
And it's gone.
Pages are gone.
It just took kneeling to figure that out.
The indentations from the writing.
Maybe if you do something like what Clementine did with the leaf earlier.
Oh, wow! Shocking!
Rotten lunch.
There.
Oh, yeah. This is so much fun, Haley.
Carly was useful though. Not
Carly
crazy.
was really useful as
so
long
she
as
was
it
to
doesn't
save her
involve anything
Batteries.
electronic.
Yeah.
True.
She can shoot people, but when it comes to batteries, that's where...
You need
Pretty
Doug
good shape for a wreck.
with his laser pointer.
Jesus!
Finally, something interesting happened.
Alright, I think it's walkthrough time.
These.
So you have to go to the RV and pick up the pencil.
How do I get back to the RV? So the RV is this way. Oh. Yeah, I just had to keep... Freaking fixed camera angles.
Yay!
Suicide door.
Pencil.
When it opens pointing to the back instead of the front, as if when you're driving, the wind could rip it off at that angle.
Alright, so that ought to let me go and do the thing in the front now.